What's up, guys? I am super excited to have another entrepreneur on today. We're going to talk about business. You know, guys love talking about business. So today we have Ms. Council, who's the owner of Virtual Goals Assistance Agency. So introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your business and what made you start your business.
Hi, guys. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Taishma Council. I am the owner of VGAA. VGAA is a virtual assistant agency. I train VAs and I subcontract them out to small businesses. Our main focus, and I guess we specialize in operations. So I basically teach my goals assistants, is what I call them, how to be an operations expert. We originated in 2020, so we just reached our 2-year mark. You can visit our Facebook page and find our annual Goal Achiever Conference. We have a virtual conference every year to celebrate our anniversary and also highlight some of our clients and allow you guys to see my company through my clients' eyes and my goals assistant's eyes. So that's a little bit about VGAA. And I think you asked me, why did I start my business?
Yes,
is that the second question? Okay. Why did I start? I started my business because I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I realized my gift in like 2020. Okay. I realized my gift. I remember when it came to me, I'm like, oh, this is it, because I knew a lot of entrepreneurs, but they also products. So I didn't really understand the concept of being an entrepreneur. And it wasn't like a hairstylist or like a nail tech. Yeah. Like I just didn't know there was other options. I just focused on finding that perfect career. And so when I came across virtual assistant and online business manager, I knew that just helping small businesses and organizations get organized was really my gift.
That's awesome. So I know I heard you say this before too. So you work in operations and stuff like that. So do you work with like setting up like SOPs? Like how deep do you go?
Oh my God, SOPs, that's my thing. That's my thing. When I just understood that SOPs are necessary for small businesses. I worked in corporate my whole life, my whole like adult life, and we had SOPs. And then when one day I was going through my old corporate training material that I kept for some reason, who knew that it was gonna light a bulb in me, but I realized that small businesses do not have standard operating procedures.
Exactly. Do me a favor, because I'm big on that too, and I understand the importance of it. And so for people who don't know, explain like an SOP for a business. Explain one SOP for a small business owner.
Okay, so for my business, I just make SOPs for our goals assistants. Say if I'm not available, but they don't know how to do something, I just started creating SOPs for everything I do because I realized that it comes natural to me, but not to everyone else.
Exactly.
And so like an SOP would be, it could be something as broad as what is our onboarding process? You can create an SOP for that process. Yeah. Or it could be something as small as how to use the application that we use to clock in and out. Mm-hmm. I can create an SOP saying, click here to clock in, click here to find the job or the department that you're working for. It's like just stepping them through any type of process, really.
Cool. That's really cool. And for anybody who don't know, this is literally a business hack. So, a lot of times I see entrepreneurs and they talk about growing, they talk about scaling, but they don't understand the process. It's impossible to be able to train someone else or to bring somebody else in if you don't have these procedures in place.
Right. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but what I will say is it's just going to make things a lot more difficult for your company.
Yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of people bring on, new hires without an SOP.
Yeah, that's true.
But it takes them longer to get to that place of consistency, which is what I think is key to business, key to getting more revenue, getting more clients, staying on top of things, just consistency. Yep. So that's one of our main focuses is like creating SOPs so that I know that my goals assistants are being consistent in everything and cohesive, because that matters to me.
And it's easier to track too. We created a hiring system, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. And it's a game changer because we've hired people, we've hired virtual assistants, we've hired people into our business, and it's been a process. Like one position that we struggle with for the longest have been a marketer. And we
Hmm.
hired a bunch of marketers and we didn't know what we were looking for. So it was hard to hire for that position. So we would hire people and just like, this not it, hire somebody else. That's not gonna work. So once we actually like sit down and say, all right, what are we looking for? Then it became a lot easier to hire for that position.
I would say one way that I've been able to tackle that challenge is I'm not going to say this is the 100% answer, but I think that when you hire someone to do something that they are passionate about, so there's two ways that I look at hiring. You can either put out an Indeed application, they can apply,
Mm-hmm.
and they can go down the list and answer the questions. Or during my application process, one of my main questions is like, what is your desire? What is something that you enjoy doing every day? I could hire you to be a marketing person, but what if you just like to write content and you don't
Yeah,
like to do
that's
graphic
true.
design?
Yeah, that's true.
Like I
Because
really
that's
tried
totally
to
different things.
totally different things, totally. But that word means so many different things to people.
Yeah.
Like social media manager, what is that? What does that look like? It's different
Yeah.
for every individual.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're
That's
on the same page. I've never met
100%.
anyone who likes SOPs this much.
All right. So I'm a nerd, right? I'm a nerd. So I mean, our main product, we write business plans. So,
Okay.
of course, like, everything around structure of a business, that's literally what I do all day. So of course, SOPs, systems, all that type of stuff, it's literally what I create all day. So yeah, it's interesting to me. And I just love, seeing how like a business work and like being able to look at a business and dissect it. And typically when you look at the bones of a business, that's where it comes down to. Yeah, that's what it
Absolutely.
comes down to.
I think I have the same mindset. Like when I was younger, I used to just love walking into any type of business and just seeing what are they lacking. Is
Yeah,
it customer service? Is it the buffet line? Do they have the sauces mixed in with the meats? It's just like I just analyze all of that anytime I go
exactly.
to any business.
And it's cool that you were able to, extract that and even as an adult, even use that. So were your parents entrepreneurs? Like where did you get the drive to become an entrepreneur?
Um, my mom was not an entrepreneur, but man, she was a hustler. You know what I mean?
Good.
Like she didn't let, she just always made a way. So I think that she really did put that kind of like grind inside of me. But I would say she was a founder of a nonprofit. And so those are
Mm,
we service nonprofits and service-based businesses because
cool.
nonprofits kind of run the same as a business, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I understand nonprofit language and things like that. So she had a nonprofit all my life, and I just used to do everything behind the scenes. If we're going to have volunteers, we need waivers, mom. And she'd be like, what's a
Yeah.
waiver? What kind of waiver? What are you
Yeah.
talking about? So
Yeah.
that was just my mindset growing up. It's just like finding our holes and making sure that
Mm.
we could fill them before anything else, could happen.
That's really cool. I have a client that has a nonprofit too that I might connect you with. They're in Florida, but I know they were looking for a assistant not too long ago. So I see if they still looking for somebody. I'll connect you with them.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. So you just had your second annual conference on the 11th. So tell me about that.
So our annual goal achiever conference. So I call our clients goal achievers because that's
Okay.
what they are. And I call our virtual assistants goals assistants.
Mm,
So we have an annual goal achiever conference. So really I just know during my onboarding process, I sit with each CEO individually for about a month before I pass them off, because there's a lot of things that I have to like, do you have this? Do you have
Their
this?
work
Like,
style. Yeah.
yes. So I used to just, match like every other agency, but then I was just like, this does not work for me. I need to know what they need so I can match them with the right individual, and I can make training that individual better if I know what you're missing.
It's customized.
So,
Yeah.
yes. So one thing that all of my clients want is more brand exposure. So I just was like, trying to find them interview opportunities, but then I was like, I can just create an opportunity, So every year, a part of our deal is you have the opportunity to be in our conference. Our first year, our conference reached like 3,000 people in the first like 90 days. So it gets really good traction.
Yeah.
So it's just to highlight our goal achievers, their accomplishments, talk about how VGAA is helping them in those accomplishments, because I could tell people all day what I do, but it's like sometimes it still just doesn't resonate until they hear from a client, because we help all of our clients differently depending on what they need.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. So everyone, when they ask like, what do you do? They're looking for like a clear
cookie cutter.
Yes. And it's like, what does your business need? That's what I'm focused on. It's the way that my hiring process allows me to have a lot of talent. And so I love using that talent to like do what your business needs pretty much.
Yeah.
So it just helps people see how we help everybody individually in the matching process, how they love their goals assistants. Sometimes if their assistant is available, I have them hop on the live and join the conversation. And then you're able to see their chemistry, how well they work together. So I don't know. I just love it. I think it's more sometimes of a reminder that even though I know I didn't know a lot about business, I'm doing something right. So it kind of just helps me remind myself because it can get hard out here trying to be an entrepreneur,
Yeah, definitely. How has that transition been? And that's a valid point too, because so I'm a coach, like, all I do is talk to business owners and, startup business owners. And one of the things I've seen is a lot of people are really good at certain things, particular things, like, so maybe a great cook, or they may be, great at this or that, but they don't understand business.
Right.
So how was that transition for you to like actually learn business? Because what you do is like, that's like the details of business, like creating SOP. That's definitely business.
Well, I guess that I learned to lean into my strengths and hire my weakness. So you're right. Cooks are not good at certain things.
Say it again. That's a nugget. That is a nugget.
You're right. Most of our clients, dentists, lawyers, like I said, nonprofit founders, they show up to do one thing, and that's the reason that they started their business. But our job is to do the other things that they don't want to think about. They don't want to think about a strategy. They don't want to think about SOPs. They don't want to think about, they just want to show up and do what it is that they started their business to do. So that's what we allow them to do. That's what my main focus is. But honestly, I don't do marketing because that's not my strength. I have the best branding strategist and a marketing person in the world, I feel like, because when I first started, she didn't even have a business. I just saw it in her. And I'm just like, this is something that she loves to do. I need someone who loves to do this so they can lead and they can take charge and they can take ownership of it. So that's what she does.
That's cool. So that's awesome that you're able to see the vision of people, see their talents where they don't even see them yet.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
I love it. The other day we were having a team meeting, and I'm going to call out Britt. She might watch it, she might not. But she was saying, I was saying like, Britt, you're so good at research. You just know everything. And she was like, what are you talking about? I don't know anything. And later on in the meeting, I was like, guys, I think that we're missing this app. We need this kind of tool in our system. And I described it, and she was able to tell me 5 different apps. And I was like, you see, guys, I told you, Britt knows everything.
Wow. That's awesome. I love it. So look, I don't want to hold you too long. I definitely appreciate this interview. I got like another 2 hours in me that I could talk to you and just
look. I have about a good 20 minutes, so we can keep going, because like I said, I've never met a person who is this into SOPs. So it's just like, this is a really good conversation, because you get the side of business that I understand. I don't know a lot of people who get this side of business. You know what I mean?
Because like I said before, like I think a lot, I mean, I literally throughout my day, I mean, I probably spend a good 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours just in like YouTube or reading or just something. So I'm always like putting information in, and it just it pans out. You know, when we have conversations like this, we can have a conversation about any type of business, and I have some type of, concept
Solution.
about it, or solution about it. Yep. So that's the amazing part about, I think, the way our brains work, the more analytical part. So yeah, that's awesome.
I
Definitely
would
like
say
mine.
that, yes, I would say, I think that my thing is just solving problems. You know, one of
Hmm.
our goal achievers hit on that during our conference. It's like, she had a in-person event that I was able to attend, and it was an award ceremony that her nonprofit hosted. And it was about maybe 200,
Mm,
I don't know. I'm not good at counting people. It was a lot of people there.
yeah.
It was a lot of people there. And it was a really huge award ceremony, but she ended up having a hiccup, you know, even though it wasn't my job to figure it out. Um, I could tell that she was going frantic. And I'm like, no, her job is to be here and enjoy and take
Yeah.
pictures and make
Yeah.
memories and like talk to her guests. And so I just went over and I just started researching. And what I felt like was going to take 2 hours to fix, I only had 10 minutes.
Mm,
And I told her, give me 10 minutes. That means nobody talk to me, nobody look at me, nobody ask me no questions. Just give
yeah.
me 10 minutes. And I was able to help them tremendously
Wow. Wow.
with technical things. That is not my thing. I'm not a technical person, but I'm just like, you know,
You'll
I
get it
got to
done
fix this
person.
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a fixer. That's what matters. Yeah, that's what matters. And we have to do that daily as an entrepreneur. We have to figure out, we have to put out fires, we have to create solutions, and I think we're crazy. Like we're crazy to get into a business where we're just saying all day long, we're going to fix issues.
Yes.
So we're different. We're different.
Yes. Like people ask, what do you do? At the beginning, it was putting out fires all the time because I didn't understand the concept that
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
though I have SOPs, my clients need them too.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
if they don't have those, I'm the one putting out fires because
Yep.
people are calling me saying, hey, I didn't get this, or hey, this was, you know. So then I was like, wait, why is this happening? I'm organized. I don't
Yeah.
understand this. But it was like I had to help my goal achievers understand the way that my mind processed business
Yeah.
in order to make my life easier and in order to make the transition to a goals assistant easy, because if it's not easy, it's just going to make more headaches for me, and
Let's go down the road.
then it's
Yep.
going to limit my people, how many people I can hire. It's going to limit how many clients I can have if I don't fix this problem.
Yep. Yep. People don't understand how important processes and systems are. I read a book. I can't remember what book it was. This was like a month ago. And it was saying that if your business isn't set up to where you can hire, 50 people a week, then you have an issue. You have a systems issue. And I'm like, oh God, 55.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
So yeah, that's awesome. So look, so we're gonna end it here.
Okay.
Tell me the last book that you read.
You're going to be so ashamed at me because I'm not a reader.
What? I can't tell. I can't tell.
You know, and while you were talking, I was like, oh my goodness, what would I be if I read?
Hey, hey. The
So
next
you
time we do
have
an
really
interview, you be
inspired
like, look, I'm
me.
proud of me. I read this book, this book, this book. But no, that's good. But it's if you don't, it's still okay because you have a way to consume information. So that's all that matters. So if it's YouTube, if it's audiobooks, if it's just listen to people, whatever it
I think
is,
it's listening to people, yeah. Cause like
that,
I've already learned so much just from talking to you. Is crazy.
that's awesome.
So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, look, tell people again. When's your next conference?
so our conference is every year in March. But if you follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, you know, you're gonna get constant updates. Get added to our newsletters. You can find us on social media at VGAA LLC. Get added to our newsletters. I like to send out resources from time to time. So if there's grants or business grants, or nonprofit grants, whatever, any type of resource, I try to send out from time to time to all of our people on a newsletter. And if you're interested in having a virtual assistant, visit our website, bgaallc.com, book a consultation. That's free. We can just have a conversation. We can see if our agency is a good fit for you. And if it is, then we can move forward.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for logging on. Thank you again, Ms. Council, for checking us out and doing the interview. I've truly enjoyed it. Like-minded people. I don't meet too many people like you, so
thank you.
I appreciate it. And again, I definitely want to connect with you too. So after the call, we're going to connect a little bit and just see if we can work together. See if we can,
awesome.
I can send some people your way, and then back, vice versa. All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank
cool.
you. Bye.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you.